guys, it's Monday, getting out on TT bike for a TT session this morning, 6 by 5 minutes with roughly 6 minutes rest. It's a bit breezy, a bit colder, doesn't feel like summer, but also going to try out these arm warmers, aero arm warmers. I mean, they don't fit amazingly, but so I probably won't wear them for nationals, but see what they're like on the TT bike, and also going to be trying out these aero gloves, which I think I might wear. Very short fingers, and I've got very long fingers, so they feel a bit weird, but they're designed like that. They're meant to be more aero like that, but yeah, get out for the session, see how we get on today. Longer efforts, these are long VO2 max efforts, so yeah, maybe better play it conservative at the start and then build into the session rather than going off like a cat out, bat out of hell. But yeah, get on with it and see how we do. Tried hard, but the quality just wasn't there today. Got the effort in, but yeah, about 400 watts average for each of those if I'm lucky, maybe high 390s. Yeah, just legs weren't exactly there today. I didn't feel bad going into it, but obviously I had such a big week last week. I was kind of expecting to, so I had 3 VO2 max sessions last week, got 3 this week. I was kind of expecting to blow up on one of the sessions last week, but they all went really well. Really not too surprising that I struggled on this session. So zone 2 the rest of the day, top it up to roughly 4 hours. 4 hours zone 2 ride tomorrow, and then got another VO2 max session on Wednesday. So yeah, I mean, it was still a solid, decent session in the legs, just not the same quality as last week. Based on my efforts last week, there should have been like 410 to 420 average, but I don't think that was happening today. That was, like I say, around 400. But yeah, still a hard session in the bank. 5 by 6 minutes, you know, quite long VO2 max efforts, pretty grueling. So I managed to get through it. God, my Wahoo mount was, because the roads are so rough around here, my Wahoo mount gets really wobbly, so didn't have the right Allen key to tighten that back up. Yeah, just chill out for a minute here, have my water, have my Haribos, then get back and get out on the road bike. Hour and a half in, getting a shift on to hopefully beat the rain on the way home. I'll do a little bit of heat work once I get back, like 40 minutes or so. Only got caught in a tiny bit of rain, and I think I'm managing to, I think there's a big brunt of what rain coming, so got home before that came. Yeah, nice little 2 hours 15 minutes, so half an hour more, hop straight on the indoor trainer to do while my core body temperature is high, and do a bit of heat work, because it's not been too warm today, and I might have to do, yeah, I think I need to do a little bit of heat work today, so yeah, hop on the trainer and do that. Mega windy out there though, bloody hell, it's just choppy with the front wheel. So 8.4, and sweaty half an hour to end the riding for the day. Whew. Get in the shower. I do like how Strava pops up with your activities from like 1 or 2 years ago. There's a ride from 3 years ago popped up, and it was a zone 1 recovery ride, and the heart rate was quite similar to today's zone 2 that I did after my session, so like 130 average, 145 max. I think it was like 130, today was like 132, 146, and I was pressing on a bit. I was doing like 280, 270 watts up the hills. But obviously back then I'd only just started cycling, was doing it as cross training for my running, and I remember I'd get out for rides and didn't feel like I was pressing on, but then throughout the first rides I got with a heart rate warner, so my heart rate was just, whereas now it's like so under control, and my philosophy around it is very much centered around not overdoing it for those zone 2 rides, so I can keep it a lot more under control. But yeah, just funny to see. Hey guys, it's Tuesday, 3.5 hours into my 4 hour zone 2 ride today. Unsurprisingly feeling a bit tired after yesterday, but almost to the end of this ride now, so
Just get this done, power through session tomorrow, see how it goes. Then I've got a rest day on Thursday. Now I've done the brunt of the week. Same deal, session Friday, long ride Saturday, but it's not as intense as the start of the week. So once you get through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's the main bit done. So yeah, feeling all right though.
Another very windy ride in the peak, but at least the sun was out today. Nice blue skies. Not too warm though, like 15, 16 degrees. It's really not too warm at all. Hi guys, it's Wednesday. Just finishing my typical trainer warm-up. Doing this on the road bike, then going to get out on the TT bike for TT session now. As normally I've just been riding out to the spot that I was doing my efforts, but felt like I didn't feel underactivated on Monday, but I felt like, oh, maybe I should have done a bit more of an intensive warm-up there before the first rep. So yeah, just doing my typical warm-up, and then I'll get out there now. Also wearing the ice vest to keep warm, already up to 38 degrees, so that's typical for warming up in here though. But yeah, got the legs activated, so ready to get out for the session. It's biggest one of the block, 8 by 4 minutes with roughly 4 minutes rest, so 32 minutes of work at VO2 max. Feeling good today though, like tired, but make it through today. Then I've got a rest day tomorrow. And yeah, just see what I've got in the legs really, have a good crack at it. Also been sipping on my ice water, as well as the nectar. Right, time to get out for the session. Got a headband on to hopefully keep the sweat out of my eyes. Another solid session in the bank there, happy with that. Hopefully the power is about the same as last week's 4-minute efforts where I did 6 by 4 minutes, around 420 watts. Hopefully that was about the same. I don't think it was higher or much lower, but yeah, happy with that because 32 minutes of work rather than 24, it's a big increase. Yeah. Final effort was a bit short, about 3 minutes 40 or so, because I did it on a different section of road and there was roadworks at the end and there's a queue of traffic and yeah, there's nothing I could do about it. So yeah, a bit short, but all the other ones were uphill into a headwind, going the opposite direction. So it was all headwind uphill and then one last effort uphill with a decent tailwind to go for a segment, but got caught up at the traffic light, so that wasn't happening. But yeah, that's the hardest session of the block, the most time at VO2 max in a single session, so yeah, really happy with that. Headband worked well as well. These are the gloves that I've been wearing. They've since I don't have like grip tape on the bike, it's a bit better. Plus I'm not, the sweat's confined to the gloves. I do look like a frog with my webbed feet. My fingers are like twice as long as the actual fingers. They're designed to be like that, to be more aero, so then when your fist is closed it's just one continuous piece of fabric. Yeah, really happy with that, good job. Get out for another 2 hours on the road bike now. Feeling good, just coming to the end of our 2.5 hour ride now. Yeah, just like last week, a bit over 12 hours of riding in 3 days, 2 TT VO2 max sessions, like, it's a lot of work. But that's the hard part of the week. We got it done. 2 hard days, but 2 rest days bookending them. So yeah, really happy with how this is going so far. Feeling good. So yeah, let's have a good end for the week and then tapering off next week for the nationals. Can't wait. It's going to be getting warmer as well. The master plan of everyone else suffering in the heat and me doing well might come to fruition. Might be doing a bit more heat work this week as the rain's coming and it's not very warm, to be honest. Hardest part about the rest day is changing a tyre. Bloody getting a TP5K on my wheel. Forearm pump of my life. It's like I'm climbing again. Jesus. Oh my god. Honestly, bricks. Alright guys, it's Thursday, rest day today. Just an hour easy spin to keep the legs tipping over.
yeah, feeling good, but obviously it's a big amount of training in the last 3 days, 12 hours in 3 days of riding with 2 sessions, so I know I need to give myself that rest. So that's what we're doing. Then back on the bike for another session tomorrow, so need to make sure I'm ready for that, so yeah. As it's Friday, final TT session of the week, 6 by 5 minutes with roughly 5-minute rest. Starting out by doing my warm-up on the indoor bike with the ice vest on. Just wrapping that up now. Then I'll get out on the TT bike for the session. Windy, but should be all right. Might be able to get a cheeky tailwind section at the end on my final rep. Back up to the house. Yeah, feeling good. See how we get on today. Then after I finish the session, obviously get out for another few hours on the road bike. Yeah, looking forward to it. 38.1, warm up done, ready to get out on the road. Other than the cars trying to kill me, that was a decent session. First and last rep, like car would just cut across my lane and I have to swerve into the opposite lane to because I'm not on the brake. I'm in the extensions. Like I can't get down to the brakes fast enough, so I just have to swerve into the other lane. Yeah, just so fucking inconsiderate, but whatever. Yeah, that was hard work today. Did most of the efforts uphill into a pretty strong headwind, and yeah, it just felt hard to get the power down. Couldn't get the cadence right, couldn't pick a right gear. But I did a couple of efforts uphill with a tailwind back towards the house. And with the tailwind, it just meant that I had the better selection of gears because I was going faster and I could spin at the right cadence, a lot higher cadence, and those efforts felt so much better. They were both 4.5 minutes, but we'll take it. Might have nabbed the segment there as well. But yeah, got the session done. 29 minutes of work at VO2 max, like it's really strong, and after a rest day yesterday, so yeah, can't complain with that. It's all solid work in the bank. Like it wasn't a shit session, wasn't amazing, but I wouldn't expect it to be amazing with the amount of intensity I've been doing. So yeah, that's the end of the TT work for this week. Get out on the bike for another few hours now, then a long ride tomorrow. Be like 23, 24 hours for the week, I reckon. And yeah, just another solid 1,000 plus TSS week, and then we'll taper it off next week, ready for the 10 mile nationals. Can't wait. Whew. Out on the bike now, about hour 45 in, should be about 3 hours total, because it's a lovely afternoon, evening for it, and it's not looking so nice tomorrow. I think I'll get out on the bike tomorrow, but head back and then get out for maybe 4 hours tomorrow, and then maybe do an hour of heat at home. See what the weather's looking like. If it's going to be completely grim, and I might just do it all on the trainer, but we'll just see. Because it's still nice and warm. I think it'll be all right to get out tomorrow, even though it's meant to be raining the whole time. But yeah, enjoying the ride now. Making the most of this weather. According to the course centre, I have been cooking this 3 hours. Been like 38 to 38.5 for pretty much all the ride. Because the VO2 max efforts are so short and it's not been super warm. I haven't really been getting elevated core temperature during my TT sessions. Hence why I've been thinking about adding a little bit more heat stimulus, which I still think I need to do. I'll be doing that, like I say, tomorrow. But yeah, I think I did get sandbagged by the sensor on Tuesday. Was out for like 4 hours 20, and it was basically like no heat adaptation apparently, just because it's all based off algorithms. But I know I've done the training, and I know intuitively that I need a little bit more heat work, especially if it's going to be warm at the Nationals, which currently forecast is for 25 plus degrees, so need to be on top of it.
Can't seem to catch a break. So obviously before the National 25 I got stung on the ear by a bee, and today after I got back from my ride, a bit after having my shower, I noticed I was really itchy, and I've come out with rashes like all over my body really. I think it's from my cycling clothes. Like I said, I noticed my core temperature was high today for that 3 hours I was out on the bike, but I mean, I changed clothes. I got back from my TT session. I changed clothes after that because I was already quite sweaty. Um, but yeah, maybe just during that 3 hours, I just got too sweaty and yeah, whatever. So got some rashes coming out on the body, which is fun. Might be bed bugs instead, so gonna change my sheets and all that. But yeah, it's because I normally, to save on washing, I normally use I'll like wash my cycling clothes in the shower and then leave them out to dry. But I only do it I like do that once and then I'll put them in for a normal wash. And I've been doing that for like a whole year at this point. But I mean, the clothes that I used were completely dry. Like no reason why they'd result in this, but oh well, it happened. Got to deal with it. Just gonna detox everything, put everything in the wash, wash my sheets and all that. But yeah, this isn't fun. Hopefully the swelling will go. It's still not fun. So fucking hell, man. Now I am completely red. What the hell, man? It might be some heat response thing. A stress response to heat training, but like yes, it was. I mentioned that there was a good amount of heat stimulus from the ride based on what my body temperature was saying, but it didn't feel uncomfortable or anything. And like I've done harder heat sessions before. Like I wouldn't have expected that to push me over the edge, but maybe it did. Who knows? But hopefully this will keep putting antiseptic cream on, and hopefully this all the swelling goes down over the next few days. But don't think we'll be doing the heat session tomorrow if we're suspecting this could be a heat thing. Oh, my back as well. I think the most likely cause is heat rash from like excess heat training, which is weird because I feel like this week I haven't been doing much heat training, and I felt like I'd had less heat stimulus than like the past 4 weeks or what, 4, 5, 6 weeks, and I was thinking of ramping it up a little bit more because it's gotten cooler and it's not been as warm on my outdoor rides, and I felt like I needed to reintroduce a bit more heat stimulus, but makes sense this being heat rash. So yeah, really weird. See how I'm feeling tomorrow. Definitely not be doing a big long ride like I was planning on doing, because yeah, I just need to let this calm itself down. Yeah, weird, man, really weird. Morning guys, Saturday. Still look like shit because swelling around my neck and on my face is still evident, but swelling on the rest of my body, so like my torso, my legs and my back, which was the worst parts, has gone down to almost to nothing in some areas. So yeah, I think it was heat rash, so like excess heat training, which is weird because like on that ride I noticed that my core body temperature is high, which is obviously telling me that was a load of heat stress, but I wasn't suffering. It wasn't like a hard ride or anything. I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm so warm. I didn't even sip from my water bottle. I just drank from my sugar bottle during that ride. Like I didn't even feel the need to drink from my normal water. So yeah, it's a strange one, but obviously if I recognise that happening again, that my core body temperature is really high, then ease it off. And because for me it was just like, yes, the instinct should be if the core body temperature is high, and it shouldn't be high, you should ease it off. But because this core sense has been quite unreliable, and I'm just like, oh, it's good heat training, I feel fine. I went based off RP. Like if I didn't have the core sensor, I still would have got a heat rash. So yeah, it's a weird one, but feeling better today. But just gonna chill out this morning, and I think do 2 hours easy on the turbo, and just make sure I'm all feeling all right. Then have another rest day tomorrow, and then continue with the plan with the taper for next week. Yeah, can't say much more really, but yeah, glad I'm feeling better, and it's nothing more serious. Like I feel fine. I mean, swollen hands and swollen wrists is a bit weird, but I'm sure that will go, and neck and my face obviously, but I'm sure that'll go down in the next couple of days, so it's not a worry. On my body, not my back, it's completely gone down. It's just still my neck and my face.
Just doing like an hour and a half, very low zone 2, basically a recovery ride. Yeah, feeling all right. Noticed the core body temperature quickly got up to 38, so I was making sure it wasn't getting higher than that. Now that's the thing, 38, 38.5, that shouldn't be cause for concern really. Like, and that's the zone I was in yesterday that resulted in the heat rash. Obviously the core sensor isn't gospel. My core temperature might have been even higher than that. It's the best indication I have, obviously, and I felt fine. But yeah, just doing basically a second recovery spin today rather than my planned long ride. Like, it's really not much of an issue in terms of the training. Missing out on a 5-hour ride that I was planning on doing today because we're peaking for a 10-mile nationals. Like, so should be at less than 18 minutes on the bike, and obviously if that stacks up over time, you miss those sessions, like it's going to become a big deal. But it's one ride, it's not a big deal. Yeah, main thing is I feel all right. All the swelling seems to be going down. Rashes appearing in new places, like on my arms and my legs where they weren't there before, but I think it's all right. And I got a recovery ride tomorrow and then tapering off next week, so not going to be the elusive 24-hour week that I was on track for. I was meant to do 5 hours today, an hour tomorrow. That would have been bang on 24 hours, which would have been cool. Obviously it's so arbitrary, but I felt good. Didn't feel like I was pushing the boat out too much. Obviously training hard, but not overdoing it. And it would have been nice to hit a 23 and then a 24-hour week, but so lovely. So yeah, 10 minutes left of this spin now, then chill out for the rest of the day. 38, there shouldn't be an issue. Feel better than when I started, so can't complain about that really. Think I'm definitely on the mend.
Feeling worse again now. I felt better after the ride, and then the swelling's come up again. Like, swelling's on my face is the worst it's been, and different spots are popping up again. Yeah, I don't know. Get a good night's sleep and hopefully feeling better tomorrow. But might take a complete day off. I just have a recovery ride tomorrow, like an hour at less than 100 watts, but maybe half an hour less than 100 watts, or just nothing. Well, I feel awful. Like my knee, my knee and my ankle are extremely sore. But yeah, we'll just see how that goes. Like, barely dorsiflex it, really achy. Knee doesn't feel good either. Both knees are pretty shagged. Like, no knee pain during my big training block, and then get this heat rash thing, and all the joints are just feeling absolutely wiped out. But whatever, man. We'll deal with it. Now the rash's all back again pretty much, and I feel like shit. Brilliant. My ankle is really bad actually. It's so strange. Hopefully that's better in the morning. Right, Sunday. Since yesterday made things worse by doing a 1.5 hour easy ride, and it made the swelling worse again. I felt like death last night. I woke up at 4 in the morning and I felt like I was gonna die. Yeah, but feeling better this morning already. So yeah, no riding at all today. Try and probably not go outside much, just to not get all sweaty. Yeah, go to the pharmacy, get some more antihistamines. Keep applying lotion. Have a shower. Have a cold shower. Because I don't want to irritate the rash anymore. And just do fuck all for however long it takes to get the swelling to come down. It's not ideal, but maybe if I rest all of today, might have to rest all of Monday as well. Maybe Tuesday I can get back on the bike and then try and do some sort of prep for the nationals. It depends how I feel. and it's probably going to be higher intensity than I was planning on doing because I've missed like 3 days of. If I get going again on Tuesday, that's 3 days of training that I've missed. So I probably won't be in the right shape. So I need to kind of go harder going into the Nationals day. But yeah, we'll play it by ear, and hopefully I'm better by Tuesday. That's what I'm aiming for. But yeah, nothing today, nothing tomorrow. Just try and rest up because yeah, the biggest improvement comes when I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh my god, the swelling's gone down so much. So yeah, I've got some things to do today, so I'll go do them. But then probably get back to bed midday. I say that's already midday. Get back to bed early afternoon and then get to bed again in the evening. So yeah, of course my fucking ears blocked as well. So fucking dumb. Well, that's a shame. It really feels annoying because um, obviously I've prioritised 2 races this year, that being the 25-mile nationals and the 10-mile nationals, and there's been nothing wrong with the block. There's been nothing wrong with my strategy. I don't think I've not been. Yes, it's been overreaching, but it's not been anything ridiculous. Like it's been something that should be manageable. But before the 25 miler, I got stung by a bee, and that really messed up my couple of days leading into the race. And then I was like, okay, I didn't do the performance I was looking for at that race, but at least the training's in the bank to help me do really well at the 10-mile nationals. And then this heat rash is really potentially putting a flaw in the spanner in the works for the end of my prep. So um, yeah, we'll play it by ear. Most likely, still do the event and still do decently, but I'll always be thinking of what could have been because like this is not ideal for my preparation. Yeah, whatever, man. Woe is me.